So today I'm going to be talking about how you can go about lighting your videos, especially for things like YouTube. Now, this can be as complex or as simple as you want it to be. My honest opinion, when it comes to lighting social media content, you can easily get away with a 1 light, 2 light, or a 3 light setup at an absolute push. There's no need for going to this extreme with lighting to be able to light your social media content. And also as well, it will blow your budget. So let's talk about things realistically, give you an idea of what these lights look like in terms of the setups and the overall cost. So all those details will be in the link below. There'll also be a link to some of my work. So if you want to go to my website or my Instagram and give me a follow, I would really appreciate that. Also, if you find this video really useful, now is a great time to subscribe and hit the notification button. So let's press on and show you what these all look like one by one. First, we're going to start off with a 1 light setup. So this is a single light setup, and to do this single light setup we are using a ring light. The ring light I'm using is a NANLITE V29C, so it's a bi-color LED ring light which will give us the ability to do this, which will make me cooler, or do this, which will warm me up, which is a great functionality to have, especially if you're producing social media content in a range of different environments. You can also turn the power up, and I can turn the power down, of course. Now, if this is the sort of light that you're going for, then this product, of course, is exactly the right product for yourself. You can create this light setup with a traditional panel, such as one of these guys here, but what you would lose is the ring light in the eye, or the catch light in the eye, basically, and it's a circular shape because it obviously shows the circular shape of the light, which is very striking in some instances and a very telltale sign that somebody is using a ring light. Now, of course, we can take this a little bit further and improve it by adding what we call a kicker light. Now, that kicker light is designed, or kicker or hair light as it's known, is designed to sit behind the subject to create a cast of light which will in turn separate the subject from the background. This is a great way to add dimension to your video production. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the kicker light now, and you'll be able to see the difference. So bear with me 2 seconds, let me get it set up. So this is exactly the same shot but with what we call a kicker in the background. Now this kicker is creating a cast of light down this side that's basically separating me from the background. So in terms of taking your video production to the next level, this is a setup I'd highly recommend, because what it will do is it will separate you from the background, especially if your background is as plain as this. Now, say for instance you were using an office or a home studio and you had stuff around you, this is still a great light to use to create that separation and stop your viewers' attention drifting off into what's going on in the background. Now let's just show you what that kicker looks like on its own. So now we're just being lit by what's known as the kicker. It's normally, sometimes to the untrained eye, it's very subtle and can be missed, and that's why it's good to show you with them both on together so you can see the difference between the two. Now, like I said, this is basically a 2 light setup using a ring light and a normal panel. Now what I want to do is swap this around, so we're using the panel as the key light, and then we'll add a kicker light in a little bit later. So now we've got rid of the ring light and we've taken the kicker from behind me to being used as my key light. Now the kicker that we're using is what's known as a LuxPad 23, and it's a NANLITE LuxPad 23. It's extremely small, it's extremely portable, and again it has that bi-color functionality. So this is great and you can use as a key light, but bear in mind the smaller the light surface, the less power it's going to emit as an LED. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this one off and I'm going to swap it for a larger panel. Straight away, I'm sure you can see that there's a big difference in terms of the light output that this emits. So if this is the sort of setup that you're looking for, then a LuxPad 43H is definitely the product that you want to use. So again, what we're going to do is we're going to keep this on as our key light. We're going to add that kicker light to create the separation so you can get an idea of how these lights work in combination. So now we've gone for a 2 light setup. So we're using the LuxPad 43H as our key light, which is creating this light on top of me, which is perfect for video production and also still production. And then what we've done again is we've added this kicker light, creating that cast which creates that separation. Then when we switch it back on, you can see the difference that makes. And that's just a great visual demonstration for you to understand the difference that a 1 and a 2 light point offers. Now, if we wanted to create an even more sort of intricate look to light, we can go to what's called a 3-point light setup. Now, for most social media influencers and social media videos, I wouldn't recommend this. It's totally unneeded. You can easily get away with 1 or a 2 light setup. And cost-wise, 2 lights, like both of these panels, can easily cost you sort of, less than £200 or less than sort of $200, $250 elsewhere across the world, which is brilliant, and they're super mobile. You can take them around with you anywhere, and they're extremely versatile in terms of producing stills and also video. So this is a 3-point light setup, and what I've done for the third light, I've used the NANLITE Pavo Light RGB tube. Now this product has just won continuous LED of the year in the Photography News Awards. It beat like the Rotalight Anova Pro 2, which is £1,500 all singing all dancing LED. This guy basically beat it. So it's one of my favorite products right now. So this 3-point lighting, what I would always recommend when it comes to 3-point lighting is basically always have the third point or the second point of light behind the subject to create that separation. Now, of course, if I wanted this shimmer of light to be in front of me, I could move it in front of me and it will see as a color cast across this side of my body. So hopefully that gives you an idea of what a 1, 2 and 3-point light setup look like by using an LED panel and also using an LED ring light. All of the products I've used, they're NANLITE products, and the reason being is I think they're probably some of the best value and the best quality LED products that are out in the market. In terms of their CRI, they all hit the professional standard, which is well over 95. So when you cast the light upon your skin, that's the color you're going to get. Hopefully you found the video useful. You know, I'd love to see your video production improve from the back of watching these. There's links for all of the products down below. You'll find them all on Amazon at really competitive prices. And if you've got any comments, please pop them down below. And if you haven't subscribed, I'm just going to remind you again to do so. Until next time, guys, catch you soon. Take care. Bye.